Welcome to Studio D on the campus of the University of Oklahoma. This is Sooner Sports Pad. Now, here's your host, Allison Gappa.
Welcome to Sooner Sports Pad. I'm Allison Gappa alongside Matt McCullock and Kate Sandoval and our very energetic athletic studio audience who's in there.
That's right. We have the women's rugby team joining us tonight.
We also have OU basketball star Isaiah Cousins in the bleachers tonight.
We've also got a baseball star in there. He's our guest, Anthony Hermelyn. We're excited to talk to him later on.
And we're also featuring men's gymnastics' hopeful rise to the top.
And later in Face Off, Kate and I will go head-to-head to debate who's the better team, baseball or softball.
But first up, we are catching you up on all things OU sports. Starting out with baseball, Matt, the Sooners swept CSU Bakersfield in a doubleheader this past weekend, improving their record to 23-10.
That's right. What a weekend it was for them. After falling behind 4-0 on Saturday on Game 1, the Sooners came back to score 17 unanswered runs with some help from freshman third baseman Sheldon Noisy. After the bats began heating up in the 7th, Noisy hit a towering 3-run shot over the left field wall, extending the lead to 14-4. Noisy then did it again in the 8th inning. You'd think that they would have learned the first time. I don't know. You would have thought. The Sooners then capped off the doubleheader with a late 4-3 comeback, completing the series sweep.
Oh, get her done.
And KOU softball also having success with a 3-game sweep of Kansas.
Yes, that's right. This weekend, 2 Big 12 teams entered into a match-off. Only one would remain undefeated, and it's your Oklahoma Sooners. OU swept Kansas.
Right.
They had no problem. They outscored them 25-3. Katie Self was at it again. She was a major player this weekend. Friday's game, she went 3 for 3 on hits. She scored twice, and you know what? She drove in 4 RBI. This is just the definition of self-improvement.
She good. She good.
And OU women's gymnastics coming off a huge win at regionals. This is the 5th consecutive season that this program has won.
That's right. It's also the 11th consecutive year that the women's gymnastics team is going back to the NCAA championships after dominating over the weekend. The team outright won or tied it in 3 out of the 4 events, while also capturing individual titles on the vault and beam. Oklahoma also set a new program record on the vault. Get this, no gymnast made below a 9.9 in the event. That's incredible. That's incredible. With the win, the Sooners cemented their spot as the 2nd seed in the 2014 NCAA championships coming up on April 18th.
Wow,
I know. That's over to you.
Who else is a force?
Who?
Men's tennis.
Yes, they are.
They are a force to be reckoned with. Yesterday, they took down Tulsa 6-1 in Tulsa. Matt, this win didn't surprise anybody.
No.
This team is so good. They've grabbed 18 wins this season, only falling twice. And it really doesn't hurt when you have the #2 player in the country, Axel Alvarez. Oh my gosh, that Axel is just so hot right now.
Well, it's time to face reality, guys. The women's tennis team just cannot be stopped. The team posted its 3rd straight shutout over the weekend, dominating West Virginia on Friday and then doing it all again on Sunday, this time coming against Iowa State. Oklahoma City native Whitney Ritchie also remained unbeaten in Big 12 play. She's now a perfect 11-0 on the season. The team will travel to Austin, Texas on Friday to take on the putrid Texas Longhorns.
Oh, nobody looks good in orange.
No, keep Austin weird.
Oh, okay. Well, track and field split up this weekend. Distance went west. Everybody else went east. Distant runners Brandon Doty and Jacob Bersham finished 3rd in their events at the Stanford Invitational in Cali. Doty finished the 5,000-meter run in just under 13 minutes, 54 seconds.
That's fast.
Oh, yeah. It's really, really fast.
I can't do that.
I probably could. I'm pretty talented.
No,
you know
don't even.
And at the Crimson Tide Invitational in Alabama, OU captured 3 more wins, and thrower Alex Morgan did a little more than just grab first. She also set a personal and meet record.
Golly.
Well, OU's football game, it's already here this Saturday
Yes, it
at 2.
is.
And for OU students on Thursday, they can attend open practice, and we're continuing to break down positions. Quarterbacks behind Trevor Knight, the defensive line becoming more physical. Matt, Kate, what happens at these positions?
Well, following Trevor Knight's stellar performance in the Sugar Bowl that we saw earlier in the year, and now Blake Bell moving to tight end, it's no surprise that it's no surprise he's going to be named the starter. But what is the question is now who's going to be named the backup? redshirt freshman Cody Thomas and early enrollee Justice Hansen will need to prove that they can carry the tempo of the offense this spring if Knight were to go out maybe during the season. Thomas passed for over 4,000 yards, had over 50 touchdowns as a senior in high school. Justice Hansen, another dual threat quarterback, was highly coveted coming out of high school as well. So watch for a very competitive battle this spring for the backup role.
Okay, well, OU's defensive line is deep. We already know that Eric Stryker is going to be at nickelback. He's going to be taking down the quarterbacks. Can't wait to see that. We've got Gino Grisham, who's a smart, experienced player. He puts pressure on quarterbacks. Remember, it was Grisham with the scoop and score in the Sugar Bowl. Charles Tapper is expected to come out big this year. He's been really vocal about wanting to be a playmaker. And then you can't forget old reliables. You've got Chuka, you've got Troy Peterson. I mean, these are the grizzled vets. They're the redshirt seniors, and, you know, they're here to make it count. Top it all off with Mike Stoops. And you've got a D-line that just goes back further than LeBron's hairline.
Woo, all right.
Well, guys, with high expectations for this team, what do you guys want to see most out of the spring game?
Well, I'm excited to see the receivers step up in the spring game. We already know about the talent that was lost over the offseason with Jalen Saunders and LaColton Bester graduating, but that now just leaves the door wide open for Jordan Smallwood, KJ Young, and Deron Neal to step up and be named a starter. There's no shortage of talent with these guys, so I think Sooner fans and Bob Stoops have to be happy with that. So it's going to be a lot of fun on Saturday to kind of watch and see which one of these guys maybe steps up and stands out the most.
I mean, first things first, when you're talking football, you got to talk tailgate. So I'm going to be scoping out the best food.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, okay. And then also, OU, they did a design with the end zones, and some of them are pretty trippy. Some of them are really traditional. So I'm excited to see if OU breaks the mold and does something a little bit different. They are, but, you know, maybe they'll surprise us, but
change it up.
Who knows? And then also, I'm really excited to see special teams. It's a spring game. I mean, Michael Honeycutt, get it done. Do something. Run one in. Let's see what you got.
He did it. He did it at Oklahoma State.
Yes, he did.
Well, we're going to get to see soon enough. It's all coming up this Saturday at 2. Well, don't go anywhere, because coming up next in Face Off, we'll continue to talk football and our trivia for the week. Who flipped the coin before Oklahoma's national title game at the Orange Bowl, January 3rd, 2001? Denzel Washington, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tom Hanks, or Sylvester Stallone? We'll tell you the answer right after this break. Sooner Sports Pad. Before the break, we asked you who flipped the coin before Oklahoma's national title game at the Orange Bowl, January 3rd, 2001. The answer, Denzel Washington. Well, it's now time for Face Off, where we debate hot topics. I'm joined by Anthony Hermelyn. Thanks for being with us. He's from the baseball team.
Thanks for having me.
He is going to ask a question later on. But first up, guys, OU spring game. It's this Saturday. Who's the player to watch?
Yeah, it is.
Matt, you're up first.
Well, the Sooners will need to replace 3 stud running backs who have been the foundation of the running game for the last 3 years. Watch for Keith Ford to take the role as the featured back. Although he played sparingly, Ford made a strong impression last year as a true freshman. In 5 games, he rushed for over 134 yards, had 1 touchdown, all on 23 carries. So, I mean, this guy was number one rated player in all of Texas. I mean, he's really good, and watch for him this spring.
You know what? OU special teams is seeking a shepherd. You know, someone should just take the ball from one end zone, you know, maybe all the way to the next. And that's going to be Sterling Shepard. Okay, that's right. With Aaron Colvin out, Shepard has some big shoes to fill. He's not a rookie anymore. This is junior year. He's going to come up big. And you know what? Special teams in general has said they want to be the best in the country. So look for Sterling Shepard to show up big.
All right.
Okay, who has the best chance at winning a national championship, OU men's or women's gymnastics?
Well, both squads are national powerhouses, making this one hard for me to answer, but the ladies have had a magical season that will have a fairy tale ending. All season long, they've been breaking numerous team and individual records. They look like the most all-around complete team to me. They have the senior leadership with Taylor Spears and Hayden Ward. They've done a great job all year long as well, so I think they're going to take up that pent-up fire from being national champion running runner-ups and cap it off with
Matt,
this year.
The key word you used there was fairy tale, because it's going to be men's gym. Men won't settle for second, okay? They're the Big 12 champions 3 times in a row. They have 3 individual Big 12 titles.
True.
They were runners-up last year. They're the #1 seed in the NCAA championship, and they also have that senior star power we were talking about. We've got Preston Ellsworth, Raymond White. I mean, they're going to come out and they're going to get
very comparable teams.
Very comparable.
Very comparable.
I mean, we want them both to win.
Yeah. All right, guys. This question is coming from Anthony Hermelyn from the baseball team.
Who is having a better season, OU's baseball or softball?
Well, again, this one's hard to say because both teams have been starting to click, but the baseball team has been electric lately with a lot of guys contributing. They only have 2 losses in the Big 12, which is the fewest out of any other team in the Big 12. They just had a series sweep over the weekend against CSU. They took 2 of 3 from Kansas. They've dominated all of their non-conference games as well. They're sitting at 23-10 on the season. I mean, these guys, they're so much fun to watch. Like a lot of Michael Trouts, I like to say. They're fast, they're young, they're athletic, they're fun. So I think they're having the best season so far.
See, I think you might be playing towards our audience with that one.
Maybe a little bit.
With players out, OU is still in. The softball team is getting it done this year, okay? With players missing like Lauren Chamberlain, it doesn't matter. They're still winning games. They're on an 8-game streak right now. They have a perfect Big 12 record. They're the defending national champions. They're a great team.
They are good. They are good. I like the baseball team, though.
All right, it's now time to pick our winner. Anthony, I'm turning to you first. Do you think it was Kate or Matt?
I'm going to have to go with Matt, just question number 3 of the baseball.
Okay, crowd. I'm turning to you now. Cheer loudest for whoever you think won. Was it Kate? Or was it Matt?
I don't know.
All right, since you picked Matt, I'm going to give them a tie. Okay,
Okay, I can do a tie. All right, I can do a tie. I can do a tie. We can agree on that.
I can agree on something we can agree on.
It's now time for our GIF of the week. This is from Coach Stoops. Look at him having a little bit of fun celebrating.
Oh, that's bad.
Winning the Big 12 last year. Talk about a victory dance. Well, don't go anywhere because coming up next, we'll feature the OU men's gymnastics senior class. We'll also talk more with this guy. Stick around.
Special thanks to our cornerstone television partners, Chesapeake Energy, WinStar World Resorts, Anheuser-Busch, OU Outreach, OU Alumni Association, OU Medicine, and the OU President's Associates.
Welcome back to Sooner Sports Pad. Every April, men's gymnastics teams from across the country come together to compete for a national championship. Sooner Sports Pad's Will Hutchison reports on how the OU men's gymnastics senior class is pushing to win it all.
OU men's gymnastics has been the bridesmaid the last 3 years. This year, they look to change their fortunes and finally come out on top. This year's senior class is doing everything they can to finally be crowned champions.
Those early morning practices, and it sucks. It's awful. No one wants to do it, but we know that if we do and we put in that hard work and we put forth the effort, that we're going to be rewarded for it.
We have this attitude. I just try to teach, the younger guys what it really means to be a champion and how to live like a champion, even though I haven't experienced it myself.
In 2011, the team finished second to Stanford. In 2012, they finished behind Illinois. In 2013, different team, same result. A second-place finish to the University of Michigan. But don't think for a second that these 3 consecutive national runner-up finishes have hurt this team's chemistry. If anything, it's only brought this team closer together.
Our performance still affects the team, so I just look at it as I need to do my best that I can do for the team, and having the team behind my back kind of inspires me and motivates me to do the best that I can individually.
But still, 3 consecutive runner-ups leave the team hungry for more.
The one last thing that's going in the back of your mind that you can do one more turn, one more repetition of whatever it is you're doing, thinking about that second place stand on the podium in order to look up and get on to that first place.
I literally couldn't sleep because I was I was kind of mad that we had made it that close. We had done that well. We hit 30 out of 30 routines, and we still didn't get it, and we were just so close. So there were a few sleepless nights.
After 3 years of coming up just short, what exactly would it mean to these seniors to be able to go out on top of the men's gymnastics world?
That would mean everything. That would be icing on the cake. Last year I All-American, which is a great honor to achieve. I was named team captain this year, so just winning a national championship would be amazing.
It'd mean the world. I've accomplished everything that I've wanted to in my NCAA career with All-American awards, MPSF Gymnast of the Year, and conference championships as a team.
Especially losing my dad last year. I've always wanted to win a national title. He's always been the one supporting me the most, and to lose him last year just before conference was kind of hard for us. And for me to win a national title with this team would just be amazing, and I feel like I could give that gift to him.
These seniors will try to lead the Sooners to their 9th national championship on April 11th with the NCAA team finals. Will Hutchison, Sooner Sports Pad.
Thanks. Well, the NCAA championship starts this Thursday, finishes up on Saturday. Well, Matt and Kate are now joined by Anthony Hermelyn from the baseball team. Guys,
thanks for being here.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you guys started teetering, winning some, losing some through the last part of March. You guys went on to sweep the series against CSU over the weekend. What does a sweep like that mean for the team?
It's all about momentum, really. We got a big week coming up. We got Oral Roberts here on Tuesday. Then we got the Red River rivalry. Sorry, tongue twister. It is. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we are home against Texas, and obviously that's the biggest game, biggest series of the year besides Bedlam. And we're excited. It's all about momentum, and we just got 3 good wins against a good team, and we're rolling right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you're the catcher, and you've started every game. You're working close with the pitchers. How would you say you guys are looking this year?
As far as pitching staff goes, we're looking great. I think overall we're a more complete staff this year. Last year we had a first rounder in Jonathan Gray, 3rd overall pick. We had a 2nd rounder in Dylan Overton, and our 3rd starter last year was also got taken like 26th round, I think, by the Dodgers, and Jake Fisher. And he had the Dodgers. The
Dodgers.
Yeah. And this year, we don't really have any high-profile name guys. Adam Choplake, obviously, is a draft prospect, the big lefty they call him. But I think overall we're a more complete staff, and we got a lot of guys contributing right now, and I'm proud of the guys.
Well, like you said, you guys get a shot at the Longhorns this weekend. They're number 1 in the Big 12. You guys are number 2. What are you expecting from the series this weekend?
3 tight ball games. I think they're a top 10 opponent, top 10 ranked team as of now. And that would be the highest team we played all year as far as ranking goes, and it's a great shot to prove ourselves. We're going to be at home. Hopefully the fans come out and support us. It'll be a full stadium, and there's nothing that motivates you more than trying to get wins at home in front of your fans.
So that haircut is new, isn't it?
Yes.
You want to tell people about it?
Well, I learned I had a really pointy head. First of all, but we did it for the VS Cancer Foundation. Baseball team raised close to $30,000.
Wow.
Towards cancer funding, and I think half the proceeds were going to the Children's Hospital actually here in Oklahoma, and the other half were towards cancer research. And it makes you feel great to be able to do something like that, especially.
Absolutely.
And it teaches you a lesson. You can learn a lot about yourself. Just put in a little bit of effort, and it goes a long way, especially in such a great cause.
And that'll feel good in the hot Oklahoma sun,
Oh yeah, definitely. You got to keep putting the sunscreen on there. Try not to get a little red top, but it's all good.
Well, that's awesome.
Allison actually has an audience question for you.
I do. This is from Laura. She's the captain of the women's rugby team.
Oh, very nice.
All right. Who is your favorite MLB team?
I'm actually a New York Yankees fan.
Typical. Oh, man.
My dad was born and raised in Brooklyn, so it was pinstripes from day one.
Okay.
All right.
Do you respect that?
If your dad makes you do it.
All right. He's even from Texas. Well, don't go anywhere, because coming up next in this week's Sooner Sports Pad Challenge, we're playing Random Object Shootout. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, just get rid of it.
to Sooner Sports Pod. Coming up this week on Sooner Sports TV, Sooner Sports Weekly is featuring men's tennis Tuesday at 4. Also on Tuesday, softball taking on Wichita State and baseball playing Oral Roberts. OU baseball will play again Friday night at 6 versus Texas. And don't miss the 2014 Oklahoma spring football game Saturday at 2 right here on Sooner Sports TV. Well, it's now time for this week's Sooner Sports Pad Challenge. I've got Isaiah Cousins from the basketball team joining me. Anthony Hermelyn, who's from the baseball team, he's been joining us all show long. They're going to team up against our hosts in a random object shootout. Right. Guys, how does it work?
Well, as you can see, we have a bucket full of the most random objects that our crew found somewhere around Gaylord. And
scary thing.
Yeah, really gets weird. But we're going to take our turn. I guess it's you and I against the athletes.
Yep.
So we're going to take our turn. You get one shot,
first.
and then switch. So whoever gets the most wins.
Isaiah is first.
Put that back in there.
In my 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, you go.
Oh, this is me.
The basketball player missed it.
Oh, he didn't want the shoe.
Here you go.
You're not next.
You have to wait.
Oh, you're gonna use the prop. Okay.
He misses his hair.
Get some hair back.
Not good.
Oh, so close.
You were killing it earlier.
So
Let's
close.
see.
Right,
Kate's going for the shoe. Oh my gosh. Nice.
All right.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go easy first. I'm gonna take this ball right here.
All right, hosts have got one.
And I
Air
missed.
ball.
That was bad. I know.
Oh,
What'd you make that?
no, he didn't.
Oh, I'm gonna go with the lucky shoe.
right.
Okay, come on.
Give me one.
Kate.
Oh, not the pizza.
Oh, you're
Pizza,
eating now?
pizza.
You're eating now? Oh no, what? All right, I'm gonna take this from you, and I'm gonna go underhand with
You
this.
stole his
I'm
hair.
gonna go
Nobody shoots underhand.
sorry, I do. I do. All right, gotta go
Okay.
quick now. All right,
So close.
I gotta make one. I have to make one.
Okay, eraser.
Not the eraser.
Go
Eraser.
for it.
The eraser.
I think I found.
All right, come back.
I found some keys. I
Some
found some keys.
keys. Nice. Oh, it's 2-0. I know they're not okay with this, so I'm going to let them keep playing. We've had so much fun. You can go. Oh! Be sure to catch us next week, same time, same place. See you then.